Compared to April, car sales dropped by the most in 5 years.
U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a 25% tariff on all car and light truck imports into the country.
Cars are about to get more expensive in the U.S. Some may even be pulled from the market entirely.
Have you ever wondered what happens to once famous car brands when the world moves on without them? Why do some legendary names thrive while others slowly fade away and disappear? Today, the spotlight is on the car companies fighting for survival, and some may not make it much longer. Which brands are on the brink of extinction? Stay tuned and find out. Number 1, Mitsubishi. At the time, Mitsubishi cars could be seen on almost every street. They were popular, affordable, and easy to spot. But those days feel like a distant memory now. In 2024, Mitsubishi boosted its sales by about 25%, which sounds good initially. However, compared to other Japanese car makers, this number looks very small. Brands like Toyota and Honda sell that many vehicles in just a few weeks, sometimes even faster. Adding to the concern, Mitsubishi recently made a bold move that might speed up its decline. The company decided to stop making the Mirage, its most affordable and best-selling model. The Mirage alone brought in most of Mitsubishi's 109,843 sales in 2024, so losing it leaves a huge gap. Look at Mitsubishi dealerships today and the situation becomes even clearer. Most of the lots look nearly empty. Only a few Outlanders and some older Eclipse Cross SUVs remain, sitting there without much interest from buyers. It is a sharp contrast to how things used to be. Without the Mirage attracting budget-conscious customers, dealerships now have fewer options. Prices have gone up, choices have gone down, and visitors are simply walking away. Because of this, Mitsubishi's future in the United States looks very shaky. Right now, the Outlander is the brand's main hope. However, relying on just one model is risky. Number 2, Jaguar. Not too long ago, Jaguar was a name synonymous with luxury, style, and power. But things have taken a sharp turn in recent years. In 2024, Jaguar Land Rover's CEO, Adrian Mardell, announced a significant change. The company decided to stop making several low-profit models as it planned to shift entirely toward electric vehicles. It sounded like a bold and modern move at the time. However, today's reality looks very different. Now, almost all Jaguar models are gone. Only the F-Pace SUV remains in production, and the results have not been encouraging. Sales have taken a massive hit. In 2024, Jaguar sold only around 33,000 vehicles worldwide. In perspective, that is an enormous 82% drop compared to their peak in 2018 when they sold over 180,000 cars. In the United States, things look even worse. Jaguar managed to deliver just 13,210 vehicles across the whole country. Their big switch to electric cars was meant to save the brand. Still, many experts believe it might actually speed up its downfall. Some reports say Jaguar could lose up to 85% of its current customers because of this shift. Other problems are piling up. Jaguar Land Rover has also stopped shipping cars to the US because of new tariffs, making it even harder for the brand to survive in one of its most important markets. With very few models left, declining sales, and an uncertain future in the electric market, Jaguar is standing on shaky ground. Once seen as a true icon of luxury, Jaguar is now struggling to stay alive. Number 3, Fiat. When looking at the global car market, Fiat's story is one of the biggest puzzles. Around the world, the company sells about 1.2 million vehicles every year, which sounds impressive. But in America, the brand has completely fallen flat. The numbers paint an obvious picture. In 2024, only 1,528 new Fiats were sold in the United States. For comparison, Toyota sells that many cars in less than a day. This really shows just how far Fiat has fallen behind in this market. This small number is actually seen as an improvement. In 2023, Fiat sold just 605 cars across the US, an even lower point. So, while there has been a bit of growth, it is nowhere near enough to suggest any real comeback. This collapse is even more surprising because Fiat did not always struggle this much. There was a lot of excitement when the brand made its significant return to the American market in 2011. Sales peaked in 2014, reaching more than 46,000 vehicles. Back then, Fiat might have carved out a solid place for itself. However, several big mistakes pushed the brand downhill. One major problem was reliability. Consumer Reports regularly placed Fiat near the bottom, regarding how long the cars lasted and how often they needed repairs. That reputation made many buyers think twice. Another issue was the type of cars Fiat offered. Most of their lineup included small cars, unpopular in America, where buyers prefer larger SUVs and trucks. Because of this, Fiat's models did not match what most people were looking for. In addition, Fiat never really built a strong dealership network or ran enough marketing campaigns to stay fresh in people's minds. Without a strong presence, even good cars can easily get forgotten. Now, global sales are also slipping, dropping by 11%. Fiat's parent company, Stellantis, has a tough decision to make. Should it keep pouring money into a market that shows little hope, or is it time to quietly pull out and move on? If you've reached this far, hit that like button for the algorithm and share our content. Number 4. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo's sleek designs and sporty looks turn heads everywhere. But looks are not everything, which has become a serious problem for the brand. Back in 2018, Alfa Romeo was doing reasonably well. Nearly 24,000 cars were sold to American buyers who wanted something stylish and exciting. To understand how steep that fall is, consider this. In March 2025, Honda sold around 147,792 vehicles in the United States alone. So, what caused such a big collapse? The reasons are not hard to find. First, Alfa Romeo developed a reputation for being unreliable. Even though their cars looked amazing, owners faced constant problems. Some reported coolant leaks as early as 3,000 miles. Others dealt with suspension failures around the 40,000-mile mark. On top of that, there was a long list of recalls, including serious issues like fuel leaks and faulty airbags. Because of all these setbacks, dealerships now find it extremely hard to convince customers to trust the brand again. Buyers today have plenty of options from brands like BMW, Audi, and Mazda that offer good looks and proven reliability. Number 5. Nissan. Once a proud rival to Toyota and Honda, Nissan is now facing some of the darkest days in its history. While other automakers quickly shifted towards hybrid and electric vehicles, Nissan stuck to its old ways, missing the most significant change in buyer demand in years. That decision has cost them dearly. Tariffs have made things even tougher, primarily because Nissan relies heavily on vehicles made in Mexico for the US market. With higher costs and fewer exciting options, it is no surprise that buyers are turning elsewhere. The numbers tell the story even more clearly. Nissan built its US operations to handle an 8.5% market share. Today, it barely holds on to 4.5%. Number 6. Maserati. While some brands struggle because of bad timing or changing trends, others, like Maserati, face a much deeper problem. Their fall shows what happens when luxury alone is not enough to survive. Maserati once carried a name that spoke of luxury, style, and Italian flair. For years, it attracted buyers who wanted something rare and glamorous. But those glory days now seem far behind. The brand has taken heavy hits across the board. In America alone, sales dropped by 37% in 2024, with only 4,819 cars sold. Things were not much better at home either. Maserati's sales crashed by 41% in Italy, reaching just 2,142 units. Globally, the picture looked even worse. Total sales fell by 57% compared to 2023, leaving Maserati with a painful $285 million loss. Several reasons explain why the brand is sinking so quickly. One of the biggest problems is poor marketing. Maserati failed to clearly show why its cars were different and worth the high price compared to rivals. On top of that, owners have complained for years about reliability issues, from electrical problems to transmission failures and weak engine performance. When cars break down often and repairs are costly, even loyal customers start thinking twice. Another big reason is the total cost of owning a Maserati. Maintenance is expensive and resale values drop quickly, which makes the ownership experience far less attractive than it once was. With all these issues stacking up, it is no surprise that Ferrari now outsells Maserati with 13,752 units. And even Lamborghini is catching up fast with 10,700 sales. The pressure became so intense that Maserati's CEO, David Grasso, was removed from his position in 2024. New import tariffs have made Maserati's already expensive cars even pricier for American buyers. Since Maserati has no production plants in the United States, it faces a major disadvantage compared to brands that build locally. Right now, Maserati is at a critical point. If things do not turn around quickly, the famous Trident logo may soon disappear from American roads. Number 7. Chrysler. As Maserati fights an uphill battle in the world of luxury, another once proud American brand faces a very different kind of slow and painful decline. Chrysler's lineup has shrunk to just a few minivans, and even those are struggling to hold on. The once popular Pacifica and the more affordable Voyager now make up the brand's entire offering. Over the last 10 years, sales have dropped by almost 50%, showing how far Chrysler has fallen. Part of the problem is that Chrysler failed to change when the market did. Buyers moved away from traditional family minivans and rushed toward SUVs and crossovers, but Chrysler stayed stuck in the past. Chrysler is now on very shaky ground, and some experts believe the brand is even worse off than it was during its 1979 financial crisis. The same crisis that forced Chrysler to seek a $1.5 billion bailout from the government. Number 8. Mini. Today's Mini lineup tells a different story. The cars have grown bigger, heavier, and much more expensive. Instead of being the fun, affordable choice, Mini is stuck between regular economy brands and luxury vehicles. That in-between position has made it harder to attract loyal buyers. The numbers show just how serious the problem has become. In 2024, Mini sold only 26,299 vehicles in the United States, down sharply from the 76,354 they sold during their peak year in 2012. Even worse, the new Countryman SUV, which was supposed to be a star product, is gathering dust at dealerships with a 108-day supply. That clearly indicates that customers are not connecting with the new models. Without fresh ideas and a return to its roots, Mini risks becoming a brand people remember fondly but no longer want to buy. Getting back on track will be difficult, but survival is the only chance. And there it is, some of the most well-known car brands hanging by a thread. It is a potent reminder that no brand is guaranteed a future, no matter how big or famous. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates, stories, and breakdowns from Expat. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.